don't think I have anything to drink. This cup's empty? No, it's actually full. Forgot. Made this a second ago. Let me just... Now, whoa. I would have played Fortnite, but oh, it's a bit loud. Alright. Whoa, that should be better. And we'll do the core power. We're almost at 50 power. I do want to go backtrack into the first area to see if it's, once we get to 50 or so, to see if it's possible for us to explore that area a bit more and see what it would do. Because it's been a while since we played. And look at that, I died and dropped 1,000. Gee whiz. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? I am the Zabin, Zabin here on Broadcast Zabin, and I mean, at this point, I'm assuming you should know that we are playing The Surge. Good game, Souls-style game, science fiction, and shorts. The number of gigabytes for this is actually a lot smaller than Bloodborne and most, if not all, of the Dark Souls games. Couldn't think of it for some reason. Interesting game. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have to. Well, we're gonna have to play it again. And the reason why I'm saying we're gonna have to, it's because of this character and possibly other characters that we will meet on our little adventure. Because to be honest, I'm not really sure how far or what's left in terms of let's see, because we're already at this part, right, where it says armor, like rig armature Mark 3, and then the last one's rig armature 4, and it's the same thing for all of them, right? So based off of the armor alone, I think we're getting very close. We're kind of in the third phase, but there's still lots of bosses. I think there's lots of bosses. If we can go to the trophies really quick. Oh, excuse me. Now, this game does have 2 DLCs, which I haven't seen, but it can definitely... I'm more than... like, I'm betting at this point that if I were to get those DLCs, it would expand the game greatly. But almost all of them are hidden, if anything. It's just like playing like Dark Souls or any other games. But it tells you to... well, this one's companion-based. It says, accompanied accompanied a lost soul on her quest to find herself. Accompanied a father and his daughter on their way through the facility. Let's skip down 2 of them. Found all the audio logs about the infamous Liberator, which could be a boss at the very end of the game. Found all of Dr. Murphy's audio logs. Kill an enemy in a dark zone using an AST-er Spectre Bite. It's blue light. That's what it says. It's the name of the trophy. Where's all the other ones? It's this one. This one's for collectibles. This one says to carry more than 50,000. That means carry. It doesn't mean any of those. And I want to know how you would do that. Or maybe you just beat the boss. This one says defeated a boss with its own weapon. So I'm a little confused as what that means. Like, is it possible for a boss to damage itself, or can you get a weapon from a boss and then use that? You know what I'm saying? This one says killed Barrett after his transformation into Homo Machinalis. And literally, this is the name of the trophy too, Homo Machinalis. So I want to know, because isn't this guy over here? Isn't this Barrett?
Hey.
No, this is Davey.
Hey man, look after yourself, why don't you?
Wait, what?
Won't forget your help out there.
Oh, and then this is Dean Hobbs. Okay. So there's a character that we're gonna run into.
Happy to help.
And it's really confusing. I'm gonna try not to have this video be like the last one. Because we kind of went ranting on and on about stuff, and I was just like, oh man, I hope this isn't... Like, we went long. That was probably one of my longest videos on the channel. I don't remember where I died, but I'm surprised that it kind of saved. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I might have passed this guy. I hate how slow it is, but I mean, if they stay stunned for a long time, then who does it really matter? Okay, we're getting away from it. I don't remember where I died. Where did I die? My tablet's low battery. I need to get a new charger, so maybe for the next couple days I don't think I'm gonna be able to use a second screen, so if anybody watches, we're just gonna have to take pauses. I mean, I could edit the screen, but I want every little bit to be on screen. I want to see every detail that I can. I must have gone down here, right? What? I'm 40 meters away now. I went from 30 to 40. I'm going farther away. You know what? It's only 1,000. It may not even be that necessary. Although I do feel like I need a walkthrough for this game. Just a bit. Because I think what we're supposed to do is we went... I wish we could pull up a map. I think we went to the 4th area. Whoa! We went into the 4th area. Come on, there you go. I think we went into the 4th area to... why did we go there? I think it was just mostly for armor and then maybe stuff that involved... oh wait, there's another spot that I want to check out. I remember. This way. No, there's a shortcut. Isn't it this? It's kind of hard to remember. I haven't played in a while. I'm trying to remember where those security guards are. At least, whatever's the fastest way to get to the security guards. Because that's... If I remember playing last time... come on. Playing last time, somebody in the comments said... Or it could have been 2 people. That were saying... You can... Or rather, you need... the security armor and the acid armor. I already have the acid one because... oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna lose those scraps, it doesn't matter. Was saying that you have to get the security armor, and I think it was because of those security doors, and then you need the acid armor to get past the areas or get into the areas that have acid. And again, I do think this is a very short game because we already got the trophy for killing all of a certain type of robot that's in the game, and it really wasn't that hard. It was like 2 in this area, 1 in the beginning, and then maybe like 1 or 2 in the area after this. It genuinely feels right now like I'm playing the game all over again. Wait. No, you know, I'll take the risk. Which one does what? Okay, I'm using a regenerator. Come on. Oop. I should have probably... let's go for the arm. No, other arm. Because we want... Don't we want enough materials? Bam! Cut that off. Boy! Oh wait, no, we have to collect it. But, yeah. So how's everybody's day going? Oh boy. Mine's, pretty decent, I suppose. Let's look at the schedule. Whoa, 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 what's that? Is there like stairs to get to that? How have I not seen that? It's like nothing up here. Maybe it's these stairs. Like, that would make sense. Oh, yep. How did I not see that? What is this? It's just rare materials. AKA more scraps. Wait. Wait. Whoa. Okay, whoa. Am I supposed to go this way? Is this how you get to the yeah. This is... Yeah, I passed the bridge, cause see, that's the... I'm disappointed. Love the attacks. I love... Excuse me, jeez. How far your character, like, dodges. I mean, maybe it doesn't dodge that far, but oh, Jesus. I don't remember this. Doesn't look like there's anything in the room. We might have to attack him. Maybe he drops something. You never know. Highly doubt it. Okay. Oh, that's new. I don't remember these guys doing that. Oh, okay. See, I see how that is. It's a close range attack. Oh. There we go. Was that it? I mean, I thought there would have been more to this. Like, oh, look, we found something special. Or, oh, look at that. We did. New implant. Don't know what kind, but, we found it. Let's see. Ooh. It's an audio log. We need to collect these.
Don't know how long I've been lying there, cold on the concrete floor, awakening to a nightmare. I couldn't remember where I was, who I was. But when I saw those people, what happened to them? Somehow I made it to Ops, and the memories are blurry and hazy. I remember the pain. I've never been so afraid in my whole life. Didn't even realize I was totally blind in my left eye until medbay patched me up. I guess I'm better now. Even my sight is coming back slowly.
Is it really? Oh, excuse me. Because this game's very interesting. I mean, the fact that I was able to get it for free because they put it in the... Whoa! Wasn't I just in this area? Oh wait, this is the security door. So this is why I need the security armor.
Clearance required.
Okay. Let's take it easy. There we go. Okay. I was gonna say, this is a very interesting game. I mean, for it to have any kind of, you know... What? I could have sworn going to the boss area there was like a train or something. But, you know what? I probably took a wrong turn somewhere. Grab it. Bam! Did I grab it? Okay, yeah. I'm looking at the bottom right. Let's check it again. So if you guys didn't know, you really don't need the complete armor when it comes to stuff like this. You see how there's like all that slag on the floor? All you need is the feet, because really that's all that's touching it. So we'll use a little recharge. So if you're playing and then you want to know like, oh, how can I have the best kind of armor combination while still being on that toxic waste stuff, literally the best choice would be only using your legs to be the only thing that changes, because that's all I'm kind of doing. I'm trying my best to kind of... Yeah, see? This is the exit. This is where we were supposed to go. But yeah, so we got quite an interesting weekend to go. So right now, currently, is Friday, so I do need to mark off my calendar right there. Tomorrow is Saturday. And I think I already said it. You typically on a Saturday, I'd be hanging out with my friends because Saturday, kind of the little traditional thing that we do. Oh boy. Oh, I'm good. Kind of that traditional thing that we, or rather would do because what was it? There was a moment where, oh, see, so the train's that way, and I think if you go this way, this is where the next boss is at, if I'm right. What was that? I hate that this doesn't really explain much, but whatever. So we would hang out every Saturday, right? One of the big issues was always people wanted to do new things, and with the way that we are, and kind of, I don't know, limited with resources and stuff, it's always been the whole thing of like, oh, well, what do we do? Oh, I don't want to do that, but then let's do this. But we did that last weekend, and it's really annoying because I could be satisfied. What was it? Going to the mall, right? We went one time. We went to the mall. It's kind of a far one, right? We put money. We went into one of those bowling alley slash arcade places called Round One. I don't know what you would call it. Like, is it really a bowling alley? Because you could go in and just play arcade games and exchange the points for prizes, and then you know what I'm saying? What is that song? It just sounds good to me. I want to know if there's something more on this one's adventure. If
Well,
let me talk.
look who's back. I've told you everything that matters.
You're a
Bonham and
liar.
Fox. On the executive floors, they're waiting for this program. But if you've got something better to do than saving mankind, by all means.
So then that means I have to beat the boss,
I better get going.
I see manners haven't improved since my exile.
right? So then she has to be the one that, for the trophy, it has to be her. The one that you talk with and then go on the whole journey. Is this the door that you need? Okay, this doesn't look like it opens. But she has to be the one, because if she's talking about exile, I'm really confused. Okay, I'm remembering this spot, right? Because this is where she was hiding. You go into here. Did I miss anything in here? I could have sworn you just only come in here, you pick up like one item, talk with her, and then like that's that. It's really weird. It just seems like all that they're doing is trying to save the planet. Like if water ran out or something, and then you have plant life kind of growing everywhere. I really don't know. Like post-apocalyptic. I'm saying that word wrong. I know I am. World that. Oh, I remember this spot. That's how I got in, or it might have been that I got in. Wait. Oh no. It is the stairs. Wait, but then I need to go around. I need to go the way that I came in, right? You guys hear noises? It's probably like details. Whoa, flashing light. What was I saying? It's probably like a detail sound effect, you know, when you like hear stuff, to make you think something's there. Did we come from this way? I'm literally like, oh, there's a scarab guy right there. I kind of wish that if you wore the same armor, they wouldn't like mess with you. Okay, so this is supposed to be there. Wait, what? Oh, this is alive. And I'm not gonna be picking a fight with that. I am. Oh, Jesus. I am not picking a fight with that. Maybe that, but I'm gonna pass it up. Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't want to come out of this end. This is horrible. Oh, jeez. We should have took the shortcut. Oh, wait, no, this is the way that we got in. Right? I'm growing. I am going the wrong slash correct way. Wrong in terms of where I wanted to go, I suppose. But this is correct.
Please
If
notice, decontamination has been
oh jeez,
initiated.
this button.
Hazard response plugs have been
Nice.
deployed.
I really love this drone.
For your own safety, avoid the
Like I think
following
if they
sectors.
would have added a drone like that into like a Dark Souls or Bloodborne game, well, there's only one Bloodborne, but still, you understand what I mean. If they would have added that into it, it would have made it a lot more easier. Oh shit, okay. Because they do moves that drain you. Wait. Ah! Okay, hold on. It's because it looks like... No, you can't jump that. That... How do you jump again? Is it... Okay. Because I think we could definitely jump it, grab that, and then jump back. So... Oh, perfect. Who's behind these doors? I mean, that would have been good. Cool. I don't know, really. If that led back up to kind of where we were. Oh, I guess I could have probably jumped it. But what's all that under us? Well, this was just for salvage. I don't know if that was worth it. Meh, you know it was. Because you could always, and that's what I love about this, is you could save your scrap. Wait, there was something down there. How do we get there? Is this gonna be something? Okay, I'm gonna be a little dumb, but oof. Why do I feel like this was an area we were Something tells me we were definitely here. Yeah, we were here, because this is the way that you, isn't this the area that you start? This definitely is. Watch, as soon as I... Yep, this is. Wow, what the heck? Okay. Go up. I lost focus already, because this game takes a lot out of me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was bringing up how I hang out with my friends every Saturday. So, yeah, so since tomorrow is Saturday, I really don't know if I'm going to be doing that. I could be working on the Surge more, maybe Fortnite. Now again, I would have played, whoa, my god. I would have played Fortnite on the, for the video, but somehow I deleted it? And I don't recall deleting it. I remember deleting, Call of Duty, because originally I wanted to play that, and then we just go ahead and do a regular video, but then, bam, nice. I was gonna do a Call of Duty video, but then ended up, seeing an ad for Red Dead Redemption's online, and I was like, so they're still running an online mode, right? Like, it's the same thing, but then, it seems like what they're doing is that they're adding a lot more, or they already added a lot more. So I was like, man, this game's like 100 gigs, so is my Call of Duty with all the DLC. I might as well go ahead and delete that and get Red Dead back. So I think me just deleting that probably did it to Fortnite by accident, and they ended up getting deleted. So we will be getting Fortnite back. Don't worry. Man, I love when he does it, even if it isn't for his head. Oh, it is for his head. Let's do that one.
Where does arguing get us? Nowhere.
I don't think we need to be here. What's this? Why is it lighting up? Is it because I have the... Oh wait, what's this? Oh, this is the Goliath body for this guy. That's shot. I thought I had his body already. Oh no. I remember now. I had the body, but I never put it on. I remember. I don't know if that's the way you have to get the trophy for it. What is this? According to Dr. Chavez, this ship holds important data, the data that can save humanity. She said that the board members, Howard Bonham and James Fox, her allies, are in the executive forum and are waiting for it. But where is that? Like, I feel feeling it's going to make us We have to go back. Let me turn that off. We need to go back, fight the boss. Oh wait, no, there's a shortcut over here. We go back, fight the boss. We beat the boss. And then, I don't know, like... like... just explore, really, what's left of... the game? I could've sworn I passed it up. How did I pass this big building? Okay, nobody's coming in. Last time I remembered, I came in here to use this, and that robot came in, did like a dash attack, fell down all the way down here, died, and I hate that those things keep coming back. But I think that's what the game is requiring us to do, is to beat the boss, right? The big robot one that looks like it's for creating stuff, and then after beating that, it's gonna make us do something, because everything looks so far away. Oh my goodness. So I want to know if the DLC is for those other areas that you saw on the map that weren't really with a thick white silhouette. I want to know if it's for that. And it does have other weapons. I don't know what weapons the game has, because there's some free DLC. And I don't know if it was armor included, but I know for sure it had weapons. And I don't know what those weapons are. I know it starts you off with a weapon. You start off with the typical club. That would be the one that you would start with, and then maybe I was finding them. It might have been. You start off with the club, and then if you download one of the free DLCs, you can actually start off with a staff weapon, which I preferred, and that it did a bit more damage and was a lot faster. So, so in terms of like just having a good start, that free little DLC add-on was definitely worth it. I realized I probably shouldn't have gone this way. I should have probably found another way. It's starting to hit me, like I'm remembering some of this. There we go. Yeah, through the fog. Past that guy. Oh boy. Get burnt. I mean, you know, I was cold anyway, you know, he's helping me out. Actually, it was cold. Pretty warm. This way, down here. Look at the graph. Do this. Hi, Buzz Lightyear. Oh, he really ignored me. He's too busy wiping his face. I could have sworn that, like... I could have sworn there was, like, a shortcut. I have a feeling we're going to keep running this, and then we're going to find the shortcut that we probably passed up. I think that one's a 60. From that. Yes, so there's, like, that bridge right there. And we need to get up there. You can see the boss from here. That little blue thing. That's the boss. I'm going to really try to focus when I do it. So if you... obviously, I'll say it now. You're not going to be able to hear me. Oh, yeah. See, this is it. This is the... wait. Yeah, I remember this. This is the... I always take this path. Okay. See, I just got to remember the game again. It's been that long. Okay. Okay. Hold on. There we go. My bro is sending me something. Let's check this out. Ooh. Oh, that? Oh, okay. I thought he was putting me into something. He's just commenting about it. Never mind. For those, actually, everybody, most likely, who is watching this, if you want to know what that's about. 2 years ago, I was in senior year, that's crazy. 2 years ago, in high school, it was near the end of the school year, too. What the heck? I don't know why, I'm sorry, but I don't know why I'm sorry for, shouldn't be. I'm nothing to be sorry for. Okay, let's see really quickly. What is the stuff that we grabbed? Whoa, what the heck is all this? So for 12 energy, oh no, consumption, and then the core power is just 2. I only have enough for 1. So this lets me do more damage for crush, slash, and thrust weapons. So basically what I have. Oh, I could do this one though. I can crush, slash, thrust. But then it still says consume 12. Applies a physical damage boost to weapons. That's what I want. What's this one all the way on the right? It says it reduces stamina consumed when you're blocking attacks, which I always forget to do. Because this is a game where when you block, it actually blocks. It doesn't be bootleg. I think I'm gonna have to risk this because I like having this, displaying health bar and stability. But if I could do more damage, that would. But then, right? I want something like this because I'm always getting hurt by that boss. But maybe if I do more damage, it wouldn't matter. Let's give it a try. Because I like looking at their health, but now I'm not going to be able to. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure it doesn't apply to the boss, but let's go ahead.
Come back anytime.
Let's see. I'm way off topic. I keep trying to finish that one statement, but we lose so much and then go into the game. Let's go. So yeah. I don't know what my plans are for the weekend, because, again, tomorrow's Saturday. And which read this? Oh, I'm gonna see it. Oh, but I killed him in 3 hits. As I was saying before getting all distracted and whatnot was, oh, okay. Hanging out with my friends on Saturday was always that thing that we would do. Then it got to the point where we didn't hang out for a while. You know, we kind of needed like that little break. Like, yeah, you know, we need a little pause from each other. You know, and then when we come back, like, oh hey, yada yada. Yeah, this is the way we want to go. Oh boy, I didn't want to get hit by you. Let's see if we can kill him in 3 hits. Oh, it's not. So we took like a bit of a break. Like I was just talking with. Oh no, that's the way we came from. Where do I? Uh-oh. So I was just talking with my bro about it, and then we're like, yeah, you know, we're just kind of at that moment where it's like, you know, just have a little bit of a break, have a little me time and all that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I get you, I get. So, oh boy, where the heck do I go to get up there? It's not that way. Totally forgot how to get up there. Most of this video is just gonna be us exploring. So that's what we viewed it as. It was like, okay, we're just having a moment to take a break, kind of chill, take things easy, you know. And then, what's this? Oh wait, no, this has to be open from the other side, so there might be another boss that we have to defeat to get to it. So what was that? Couple weeks now? Maybe a month? We haven't hanged out for like on the weekend, and it was fine. That's this way. And it was fine. It was like no problem, no issue, nothing. Then, whoa, I'm focusing. I'm too much on thinking. I'm not allowing my brain to flow. Wait. What? Oh, I see. So this is normal damage until you get enough energy. Oh, I see. Okay. I get the ability now. good and bad. So yeah, like I'm trying to explain this, but then I'm losing a lot of thought. So, just they started doing last minute hangouts. So basically, it was just like no planning, because typically we would plan it about maybe a day or two before. Like, yeah, we will go here and we'll do this, we'll do that, yada yada, have fun. But then, like, we didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, because of this whole time that, oh, not that. I'm gonna have to get used to changing it. But because of this whole time that we basically stopped. I'm going back to the other boss. I'm realizing that. Okay, what's this way? Oh, this is the way we're supposed to go, because we're supposed to cross this and then go up. I think that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I think. Oh, wait, no, because didn't we come from here? I'm gonna keep exploring. So yeah, so they now I say they because with the Game of Thrones coming back and being the final season. Wait, can I hit this? And with it being a final season, right? Because it's like I went to bro at this time, Johnny. He's already seen this about 5 times. So he knows pretty much like all the characters and what happens with all of them. Like you could ask him like, "Oh, what happened here? What happened with this and that?" And he'll pretty much know it like that. And what the? Can I break these? How the heck is somebody supposed to get up there? Oh, like that? Didn't even know you could do that. Emergency coolant vent. It says salvage, but like... There we go. And my dog's doing something that distracted me. So, what does that do? Wait, what is this? Whoa, we have another one. Oh, that's the droid. Okay. I said droid. Drone. So we have one that does melee damage, one that slows people down, one that shoots, and then one that pulls enemies. I'm gonna continue with the shooting one. I like that one more. I just want to see how they look. Ooh, it's kind of like an eye. And this one, it says melee damage, but it looks more like, well, it might be. It looks like it could prong you with that, like. But I was gonna say it kind of looks like, you know how they have like a blowtorch. And what's this? This one's called the MG Negotiator. Whoa. It's better than this. I'm just saying. Copying from disk is complete. Look at that. I can start playing Red Dead now. I'll probably check it out once we're done, though. Is it this one? Actually, why don't I have... Well, it's the impact, right? Well, we'll see. I'll look into this one. What's this one? This one does 27. This one does 45. But this one's not... We're gonna start upgrading weapons. Because if the fire one is better than this, then I'm more than okay with going ahead and using that, the fire one. But okay, wait. Builder service. Okay, so this is where I get. And this is a security door, and I can't get in there without security armor, and I wish I would have killed them. Well, I killed them, but I killed them wrong, because you're supposed to, the way that it works in this game is that you're supposed to keep attacking a limb. So like if I want this guy's helmet, I just gotta keep attacking his head. And then wait for that X, and then boom. And then just like that, I'd get the liquidator head. And then it gets added, not into inventory, but rather, it gets added into, I mean, it's still inventory, technically speaking, but it gets added into, into the item shop, or the builder shop, so you can go ahead and build the remaining, or you build that armor, and the only way to build it is. Oh, it was a TV thing. I was like, geez, who's talking? By doing so, you basically, if you want to get it, you have to keep attacking. Basically, just keep attacking other monsters' heads. Love that little slow-mo, even though I can't see what's happening. And then you'd pick it up, and then it's gonna count as you collecting a piece for that armor. Oh yes, this is it. This took us a while to get to. I wish there was a faster way. I'm pretty sure there is a faster way, but I'm doing horrible. Wait, what? I didn't know that. If you press L3, it runs, and this whole time I've been using circle. Like, I pressed L3 out of, Well, before we go up there, because we know that's how it is to get to the boss, what room is this? Okay, so that's how we get here. Okay, yeah, I was so here. So we go up here, past this. Wait, but am I holding? Okay, wait, hold on. Because I want to collect as much of that scrap as I can. We don't want to lose any of that. So we'll be depositing that, and then we'll go fight the boss. And then I'm going to try to focus really hard so that I can beat it. But more likely, I'm not going to be able to beat it. I wish these security guys would respawn. I hate that they don't. Like, I killed him once, and then I think I defeated the boss, went into the third area. Then I came back, and they were there. So I was like, oh, maybe after a certain time or something. But it might be just after you beat a boss, they put up the security guys again. Or maybe they just glitched out. They came back for some reason. Because I do have the helmet. This one right here. I do have the Gorgon helmet. I wanted to upgrade. See, even this one has fire. This one, I don't have enough to do so. And it would be 54 damage. And what does mine do? It is 51. Right? Oh wait, but then it would be 63. So I do need to go back. I didn't think about that. So I need to go back and fight the creatures in that other area, get enough of the alloy so that this weapon at 51 can go to 63. Because this one's at level 2, and it only is up to 45. So this was behind the other one. So we need... I mean, I could upgrade the staff, right? But then that's just going to be a waste of resources. Alright. I see. 24. At its final stage, this weapon does 70. This one would be 65. And then this would be 76. So this is like the main weapon. I mean, this weapon right here, the vibro cutter, is basically... Wait. Negotiator. Hold on. Well, didn't we read a trophy? Oh, there's the bosses. There's Big Sister, Security Chief. Finish the game without corrupting Utopia protocols, which I don't know what that is. Finish the game after corrupting the Utopia protocols. So this one says for the good of man, and then this one says Brave New World. So I have no clue what the endings are. Meet Don Hackett, or met Don Hackett, and it says the Creo killed the video star. Pretty sure they did. So that means, if you guys don't know that name, that's the guy who is on the all those TV screens talking about how Creo is going to be the one that like saves everybody. But received the security upgrade. Oh wait, security upgrade. Maybe that's the thing that we need. We don't need security armor. Excuse me, jeez. Met Sally in person. We're getting to that. The Iron Mouse gear. Find sunglasses. Joe Tech scraps I don't know who Joe. Defeated the guard at the nucleus elevator. What was that? Upgraded a weapon using nano core crafting component. Upgrade a weapon using nano core component. Reach 80 for the core power. Lost soul. Father daughter. Audio logs. That's for the liberator. Dr. Murphy. 5 for all weapon styles. Oh no, it's called Spectre Bite. We don't have that. We have the MG Negotiator. Calidarium Power. Firebug. I think this is the one that we get from the boss. Although I could be wrong. Oh, here it is. Spectre Bite. We might as well make it as high as we can get. Because it says in a dark area. I mean, it does slightly... But the thing is, this is a slow weapon. So we'll try our best. Because I want to know if... I doubt it. I feel like it needs to be one that it makes you have the flashlight on. Is if fighting the anybody here would work. Be completely honest, I don't think we should. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's go back to this weapon. We're gonna go to the third area where the what's the fastest way? Is it this way? We're not gonna fight the boss just yet because I do want my weapon to be improved. So I want to get to the third area, fight people there, get as much of the alloy. I mean, I need about 6 more. Make an upgrade. Then after the upgrade, I should be able to go ahead and fight the boss. Of course, wait. What level is my gear? It's the gear that I have is also at Mark II. So if I could just get everything to Mark III, that would be fantastic. Actually, we should have gone the other way. So wait, so if I kill this guy, is he Mark II? Well, it doesn't say, but I only could assume that if I kill anybody here, it's gonna be Mark II armor, so we won't do that. I feel like going the way that we were just going is a bad idea, so I'm going in reverse. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna use the elevator, go to the boss area, run for the train that way, and then just see how our day goes. I like how it still gives you the pop-up. Press triangle to use your drone. Jeez, I'm still off topic. I'm realizing as I'm playing, like, I'm talking more about the game than I am with the day.
This is not a scheduled break time.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just weird because just imagine, right? I just want you guys to imagine. Well, I don't want this, to be honest. I don't want it. What's the difference between this? Oh, this one's just health, and this one's stability and health. Okay, yeah, let's do that one. Because imagine, like, you're hanging out with a group of friends.
Safety at work is our highest
and
priority and should be yours.
You'd think, and like it's finally happening, so it's like good, finally. But like it's weird because you think, I'm realizing I'm using the wrong elevator. You would think like, okay, well, if everybody here is like best friends or whatever, there's 4 of us in a group, so you would think like, okay, well, if one or heck half 2 are missing, that the other 2 or 3 can go ahead and hang out with each other.
Welcome,
And
Warren.
just with these people, for some reason, it's just not the case. Because they find it to be, because Johnny and I, we're okay, we don't care, I'll hang out with anyone when one. But then, you know, Johnny just doesn't know how to do that with Joey. He might be able to do it with Lenny, and then Lenny can't do it with Joey, and then, you know, it's weird. If anything, it's more Joey's fault. Like, I'm just saying, if we're gonna be completely honest. It just seems like it's more his fault because with him, it seems like everything just gets awkward, right? Because I could play video games with him, I hang out with him in person, 1-1, I do that. And then you have, what's it called? And then you have, nah, just pass. And then you have, Johnny, who, I don't know, it's weird. Because, I mean, I talked about this before where he's complained that, like, he can't hang out with Joey or do anything with them, but yet, when you put them together, like, almost forcibly, like, when, you know, when we all hang out and they're both in the back, like, talking and stuff, they end up, like, goofing around and having a good time. So it's just like, why are you lying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you saying you can't hang out with them or play video games with them, but yet here you are, like, goofing around with them, and you can't do that, like, on PlayStation. So he's more saying probably like, oh, I can't play video games with them, but I could hang out with them. It's probably more what he's saying. Gotta have my phone next to me just in case, because there is another game going on in the background, and I will get notified should anything happen. Oh boy, he's texting me something. Give me a second. Tag me in a video. Made me go to the part that he said. Wait, what? It's all dumb. Made me look at, like, you know how there's always those meme compilations or whatever. He made me look at that, and then it was just. He put like a time marker for 5:30. He's like, look at that. And I was like, all right. I go, and it's just a guy dancing. I'm just like, what the heck? It's so random, but it's funny. Jeez. It's like I was trying to say. So, some complain, like, some make sense though, because John doesn't even know. Like, he says he doesn't know, but I'm more than certain that if he did, he would be okay with it. Is if he were to play video games with Joey, it'd be fine. He just makes it seem like it's awkward when it's not. He just has to be like, Star Wars, right? Battlefront 2. I stopped playing Battlefront 2 because I have almost all the trophies except the Reach Rank 50, and I swear that game, no matter playing different game modes or playing the one where I know I can get tons and tons of XP in, it's so annoying and repetitive, and I hate it. And, you know, sometimes it feels good, like, oh man, look at that, I got 3 kills, you know, triple kill, but it's so annoying. Like, I'm not trying to hate on the game. I'm not trying to hate on the game. So if you're gonna come and be like, oh, but, you know, you just hate the game, you're a loser. No, I don't hate it. I really don't. At this point, it's becoming more like I dislike it. Like, that's at least putting, you know, like when you, it's like rating it, like, oh, 1 to 5 stars. How many would you give it? I'd give it like a 3 at this point, because I've done everything that I could in that game, and I feel like I've done everything. Well, yeah, if I've done everything, then I'm pretty sure I've done everything. But feels so like it's just bad that way. Like for example, I mean, I'm not trying to hate on the game either because it's a real good game. Oh boy, is Spider-Man for the PS4, good game. I already know that people on Xbox are gonna be like, oh, why don't we Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man belongs on the PlayStation. Ah, I should have not attacked. Oh wait, what? Oh, that was scrap. I was really confused. What is this? Or rather, what's it for? It's just bypass, but I don't know for what. I hate this robot right here. Is it for this door? Ooh. Oh boy, I'm not making it out of this room alive. Maybe I can. That was dope. Then literally I'm like going back to the previous convo, which was about them hanging out. So it went from just like, oh, I can't play video games alone with that. So that's why I'm like, I'm always the one that you play with. Then it went from that to, and the thing is, again, it just makes like Joey like look like the guy that he's so awkward to be around, and then you're just like, you know. But it's because of his views. Like, he needs to understand that, and because some things happen, you need to understand that you need to look past that.
Shouldn't you be at your
and
designated work site?
you know, do something. So a good example why it would be awkward is because that Lenny used to like Joey one time. I said it, and it's true.
Take care.
She used to like him at a point. We didn't know this, and one day she did come to us. She told us that she liked him, and then she said that she used to like him. So I was just like, oh well, this is new, right? Because I've never heard her, like, she never told any. Well, maybe she told somebody, but she didn't tell us. So we were just, she told Johnny and I. So I was just like, whoa, what the heck? This is so sudden and random and yada yada. And she brought up a good point. I used to like this one girl. I mean, I am talking to another girl, but this one girl, I swear, she could be in a relationship, but because of her voice, oh man, I swear, I'm gonna fall head over heels over for her because of the way that she just talks. I'm just, ugh, I hate it. I hate it because I love it. You know what I'm saying? So, so she was trying to bring up the point. She was just like, oh, well, imagine, you know, it's that girl that you like, and then I'm just like, kind of thinking to myself, like, okay, so she talks to me, right? And then it's just like, she flirts with you. It's like, okay, yeah, cool, awesome, I like it. She flirts with me. And then it goes, oh, but then she doesn't want a relationship with you. And it's like, what? Right? So just imagine that. So it's like, imagine you're single, and you have a crush on somebody, and then your crush talks with you, flirts with you, gives you compliments, and you know you love it because it's your crush that's telling you all this good stuff. And then when you ask about, or not rather, I don't think she asked, but she asked, but she made it not like obvious, not like, oh yeah, I like you, would you be in a relationship with me? It was just kind of like, oh well, what it's like, let's say somebody like me, would you date them? Yada yada. It was kind of like that. And she was asking him, and she even sent a couple screenshots, which is why I was pretty annoyed through this whole thing. And I think we told him, but for sure we were telling her to do that, which was to kind of diss him a bit, because the guy's just gonna keep on acting a certain way. Like, basically, he's gonna keep on flirting with you and this and that and yada yada, and then you're gonna, you know, keep going through this like wormhole or this loop of you still liking him, but for the wrong reasons. And even even after all this has ended, she ended up playing like Red Dead Redemption and was just like, dude, I had no clue why I liked him. She's like, I like someone like Arthur Morgan, the main character of a video game. She's like, he's Arthur Morgan's my husband. I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's really goofy, but I mean, it's true. You know, I mean, it's like you have to understand that, and because apparently they were talking, right? I'm getting a little bit too personal with it, but I think it's good to be opened up about everything. Is he? Whoa. I wouldn't say complain, but he used to say or question why people who are, you know, like tough, like the macho man kind of guy, you always ask like, oh, how come like those are the guys that get the girls and things like that? And it's because what girls want. For the most part, look, there goes again. I got lucky to get it on film this time, or maybe I got it again on the last one. I don't remember. But this one's a random talk, because if more or less we're just kind of farming around, I think the next one we might actually do like a part 3 to this, to be completely honest. Anyway, I'm so happy that it's dead. So anyway, you had him question like, oh, why do the tough guys, you know, get all the girls and this and that, and why don't the nerds or this, you know, the smaller guys get it? It's, you know, because especially just pointing this out, like being an introverted person, you're less likely to get someone that you would want. So for example, if you want someone that is an extrovert, now there you could very much well say, well, the opposites attract. Maybe so, but you're more likely to get with someone if a lot of things are in common. So again, for example, if somebody's an introvert, you're more likely to find love with another person who's introverted. Why? Because your hobbies are more likely to be the same. You know, you could still be an extrovert, like, you know, video games is a good point. You know, you could still be an extrovert and still be, you know, like playing video games, but maybe, just maybe, your choices of games might be different. Maybe someone who's an introvert might prefer a game that's more like Dark Souls, or maybe someone who's an extrovert might like a game that's more like Call of Duty, something that's more fast-paced. How is this guy still mentioning me while I'm in the middle of like explaining random things? Who's this? Okay. Oh man. Okay, that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, so he tagged me in the picture that says, to translate it, "Are Marvel heroines," right? So it's a bunch of pictures of the female actresses of the Marvel movies, showing them in like lingerie or just, I mean, basically mostly for the most part like lingerie. One of them's in sportswear, but you know, just basically nice, sexy looking pictures. I like this actress, the one that played the agent with the short hair. I forgot what agent number she was, but I liked her. She was my favorite. I was like, ooh, she pretty. But anyway, it's just showing like a bunch of pictures, and then it gets to the bottom of like the male actors that were dressed as females. It's so goofy, but it's funny. But yeah, so the dude's confused why girls that he wants to get with are more likely to fall in love with someone who's like an extrovert or more outgoing. And again, that's just because that's the kind of person. You can't just rely everything on your good looks. I mean, for the most part, that's, you know, that's, if you're good looking, you know, work with it. Like, hey, look, I'm a good looking dude, you know. But other than that, you know, you can't just be a good-looking guy and have a good personality, because a good personality for some people might be a relationship. From some other people might be like, oh, I get to see only a friendship. This is the only way that I see this person. So, and then if you want to get like more biological, chemically, apparently we release like hormones or something, and the smell can also, like, you don't notice it, but apparently you can be attracted by that. It's pretty weird. Alright, let's see what's happening in this chat. So I am playing the Game of Thrones game, and I want to check up on that right now. LOL, yes. Yeah, I say pregnant a lot. Oh yeah, because she was trying to say something, and it kept translating to pregnant, even though it wasn't that. I'm sure, frankly, never really, Yep, okay, so here we go. I finally hatched this little LMAO, I got a dragon. Congrats, LOL, congrats, I'm jealous. Everybody says it goes off the color of your banner, but he came out green, LOL. Mine's kind of gray-blue with orange eyes. Haha, he's so cute, LOL. Aw, oh, they're just talking about the dragons. What is this? It's a company that uses... Why is it making a lot of noise? I'm gonna check what this guy's doing. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. That was weird. It's weird. Okay. Getting off subject right now, we will go back, but it's weird because apparently, right, when you go to Facebook or whatever, Instagram, whatnot, there's always ads, and this ad shows up for like getting a job. It says Pepsi's hiring, take home up to $2,800 per paycheck, and that's a lot of money. So someone puts, you can make triple that with Coke. Ask El Chapo, right? That was a drug dealer, drug smuggler too, I believe. He was the drug lord. Let's say that way. Then this random woman named Sage comes in saying, anyone who supports a company that uses aborted babies in its products needs to take a walk off of a short dock. Like, it's so weird. Like, what? What theory, right? Now, let's get this right. Theory is separate from ideas. Because if you're trying to explain a theory, you need to have evidence. And this is something that you learn in school, technically. When you say a hypothesis, that's just a fancy word for saying...
Not a scheduled break time.
Hypothesis is just a fancy way of saying your theory. It's just a fancier way of saying theory. Not gonna lie. It's literally all that it is. So I remember, I used to hate that. When I was in school, and you would take like a science class, and they'd be like, oh, what happens if you put vinegar and baking soda? Then you had to be like, it's gonna do this. Oh, but you can't say it's gonna do that. You have to hypothesize it. It's like, what? But if I already know, then, you know what I'm saying? This guy, he sent me the music video, or it says official movie, but the music video of Old Town Road with Billy Ray Cyrus, and then he says, just in time for Red Dead. I ain't gonna lie, it's not a bad song. I remember people, a lot of people used to like meme it, like they would try to use it as a meme, but it's not a bad song. But then like, I don't know, I feel like everywhere you go now, like if you're like, oh, Old Town Road, yeah, I love that song, and it's just, I don't know, like an excuse for people to, you know, like, just dress up like, look, we're cowboys because we're country now because of this. And it's just like, not really, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't really say you listen to country music, but only listen to the one, you know what I'm saying?
At work is our highest priority.
Thank you, announcer.
Yours.
You know, like me, myself, I listen to country music. I have a playlist. I think right now I have 3 because I listen to a few. Some to me do pique my interest and some of them really don't. And the music from, or rather the music that was used for the Red Dead Redemption games, are pretty good. So I do have those as an album. I'm trying to look for my Spotify list. Well, rather, I'm trying to find the app so I could look at the list. Hot Hot Kiss by Christy Lamb. Apparently that was the last thing that was playing. No, I do not want premium. There we go. So right now I have Tim McGraw, Jacob Bryant, Blake Shelton, Brooks and Dunn, Jacob Bryant, or did I say that name? Oh yeah, I did. I think Jake Owen. And then there was a couple people. Which one is it? Jacob Bryant, yep. Blake Shelton, dang, I didn't save him? Oh, because I was on YouTube. I'm dumb. Because I was listening to it and I was like, oh, these are good songs. Because I would listen to a lot of the music that was on Red Dead Redemption. I would listen to Johnny Cash. And then there was like one other person that was on YouTube that I would listen to. Because, I mean, they're not bad. And then Lil Nas comes out with this, like, hip-hop, country music. And it's just like, you know, it's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not like the game. It's not bad. It's just... Whoops. Okay, so it should be this arm. Dang it, I literally tried to focus. I can't believe I died in the first part. Literally when I first did this, I was so happy that I got past the first part, and I thought that was the whole boss, and then it would have just been an easy ending, but no. Of course it isn't, of course not. But,
Take care.
Again, I'm not gonna deny that Old Town Road isn't a country song, because it is, in a lot of the books. Like, you can look up country music and then Old Town Road will come up as a country song. There was a thing for it, you know, how it's the best like country award music or whatever. That was the thing, and apparently there's not enough elements in it that would make that a country song. But for the most part, everybody does say that it is a country song. So, you know, it's not that bad. And then of course with the announcement of it not being made for it, we're gonna give this one more go, and then if not, I'm gonna focus. So hold on, so give me a second. Come on. Are you for real? We were doing so much better that time. He time traveler cowboy? Well, I don't know. We almost had that.
Look out for your fellow workers.
What?
They look out for you.
Oh, because I'm not in a fight. I'm done.
Good to see you.
Alright, there you go. Ooh, 17. It's not too bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we're gonna pass up on the country music for now. Cause heck, last touch up on it. It annoyed me that people were on Instagram, like, it's not everybody. It was just like 2 people. And it bothered me so much. I was like, are you kidding me? Because I put it on Snapchat, or not Snapchat, on Instagram, sorry. I had ordered a cowboy hat because I had just finished playing the Red Dead Redemption campaign, and I was just like, man, you know, it would be real good if I would have got a hat, and then, like, you know, kind of do that whole thing like Arthur did with John at the end. So I was just like, you know, that would be cool, that'd be dope. And then, you know, even my other, you know, even my John was like, yeah, we should do that. You know, we never did. I did at least, but he didn't. Because I think what he wants to do, and I'm kind of for the same thing. Like, I kind of had a blind trust, because now when I look at it in the mirror, I'm just like, or even just looking at the hat, it's just like one side's not as even. Like, one's a bit more upward while the other's outward. But it's still fine. Don't care that much. And of course, you got my family being like, oh, what you did? I'm just like, it's because I want to. But what bothered me was I had put, like, on there, like, hashtag thank you, Arthur, right? I like the screenshot. I like the little selfie that I took. And what it bothered me was, even though I had that comment, or not that comment, I had the hashtag as my, like, description of what the picture is, or, you know, just what's happening today. It bothered me that they were like, oh, look at you, I see you, you're Old Town Road looking, and I'm just like, bro, are you kidding me? I was like, does nobody know about Arthur? I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, not everybody's gonna be, you know, playing Red Dead Redemption, but, you know, I had to go into the comments and be like, no, it's not because of this song, it's because of this game that's so good, because the song is just what's happening. You're just on a horse, you're going down the road, and that's it. You're just gonna keep going until you can't no more, and then what? It was like you're rich or something. That's about it. That's like all that Old Town Road is. I mean, even when you look at the Little Nas explaining, I say little or Lil? I don't know. I have a hard time saying Lil sometimes. But when Nas explains it, he says like that the road is like one thing, and then when he says the part about like he cheated on his baby, you could go and ask her, is like he said like, oh, that's just based on how like movie stars or just in general famous people will cheat on like their wives or husbands. Typically, you know, whenever you hear like anybody in hip-hop rap, you know, they talk about getting all these women and having sex and doing drugs. I mean, that's kind of what I'd say that's cliche too, but like that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's what people like, and they see it as cool. And he said that was his reason for having it. It wasn't like him personally doing that. Excuse me. So, jeez, we should go ahead and we should probably drink some more. Ooh. But yeah, I don't know. So it just bothered me a lot that even though I put still go into the comments and be like, oh, I see you. Ooh, almost died. And it's like, ugh. It bothered me so much. I probably shouldn't, but like it did. Like I clearly didn't say, oh, down road. So let's backtrack. Let's go back. Back. We're going into... Don't know how we got there. But we're going to go back into the whole thing about hanging out. Because tomorrow's Saturday. Or rather, about to be today. And in just 5 minutes, it'll be today. The reason why it was awkward, again, was because... Lenny had liked Joey, right? And we were thinking to ourselves, like, ooh, maybe we should tell him. He should maybe know about it, and yada yada. And again, this is kind of the whole situation, like, even after she had told us, she's just informing, like, you know, like, oh, I like him, and I don't want to because, you know, how it feels. Because again, the example is, like, imagine it's you talk with your crush tells you all these good things, and, you know, makes it sound like if it was possible you guys could have a relationship, and then it doesn't happen, you know? Like, oh, it's like teasing, except, you know, there's a good kind of tease and then there's a bad, you know. Like, I used to like those. You know, the good kind of tease is like when you... It's just like, ooh, she drives me wild. Or, you know, same thing the other way around. Like, ooh, he drives me wild, you know. When he does that, I just go, ooh. I'm pretty bad at explaining stuff. But that's the thing. It's kind of like this horrible tease because it's somebody who you have an interest in, but they won't have an interest in you, and yet still treat you by, you know, like, flirting with you and making you feel good. And it's just this horrible thing because, you know, you're, like, deep down kind of just suffering, like, man, I wish I was with this person, but I'm not gonna be with this person because they don't see me the same way I see them. And even when you bring the question, like, oh, would you date me? And then they're gonna have the dumb response. Like, if you would, like, the way that I would say it is if, like, let's say, for example, Lenny liked me and then brought out the question, like, oh, would you date someone like me? I'm like, what do you, like, you know, I'm like, what do you mean? Someone smart like you? Sure. But if you mean you, like, because I don't know, I'm that kind of person. I'm a bit more straightforward. So if you were to be like, oh, if you were to date me, would you? I'd be like, nah, I can't. Because every time, like, literally when I see her, I'm just like, you know, we're just, like, best buddies. I can't see us doing anything like that. Like, we really have a lot of, like, you know, things that are different. Like, you know, I'm into a lot of other things that you aren't, and it just kind of goes on from there. So, so I don't know. I feel bad, a little bit, at least, on both parts, because, Joey, again, the guy should know when somebody says stop, you stop. It's like, literally, when that whole, like, thing that you learn as a kid, no means no. Was that something you learned as a kid? Might be. I don't remember. It's been a while. I haven't been a kid in a while. You know what I'm saying? Jeez, I need to level up these weapons. But, you know, that's one of the first things that you learn, that no means no. When somebody says no to something, you don't keep pressuring them to do it. You're supposed to respect their opinions and their options and just let it go. But this guy is over here, I wouldn't say aggressively, like, defending his claim, because the way that literally, that even when me reading it, it does look a lot like, oh, I care about you and I'm gonna say whatever I want. You know, it's so dumb because, again, you don't like the person, then don't, you know, I wouldn't, you know, obviously if it's like, oh, I see you as only as a friend, then, you know, maybe you could say whatever you want. But you need to treat them the same way you would treat any other person that is just a friend. Like, I'm not gonna go, what's it called? I got a couple friends, right? Females. I'm not gonna say their names. Let's look up some cliched names. Hey Siri. Look on the internet for a list of top 10 female names. Well, they gave me top 100, but that works. I don't think Siri knows. Top 1,000? Nah, give me the 100. Let's see. Here we go. Let's say, boom, Olivia. I don't even actually know an Olivia, but right. Let's imagine that this one girl is named Olivia.
Do you require assistance, Warren?
And I like her, but she may or may not like me back. I don't know. I don't know if she likes me. So, what do? I get to know them.
Warren.
You know, ask questions, yada yada, and then I flirt. But depending the relation that we have when, you know, first talk and do stuff, it's completely different. Right? So, for example.
Good to see you.
Again, my bro, when he was he's working at his job, used to like this one girl.
Be careful out there.
And he was always, oh, she's so thick and this and that. I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, yeah, get to know the person and give them a reason why they should, you know, be in a relationship with you. Don't be like, okay, you should be in a relationship with me, be my girlfriend because I'm cool. I'm working here with you. I'm gonna care about you. No, you gotta, how would you say? You gotta like express and show that. Like if something happens, like, oh, are you okay? How are you? Yada yada. You know, just be kind of there and, you know, be the person that. What the hell? That a security guy? I could have been here the whole time. Well, this is gonna be a hard fight, seeing how I die in one hit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so, I mean, he was making the mistake of, for all we know, not doing his act, like, anything to move on, you know, learn a flirt.
Take care.
Right? That's what I was doing with this girl that I like. She would always talk about how she smells good and that her smell would be, like, on her blankets and stuff, and then I go, ooh, you know, like, I could probably use that. And there was a day where it was really cold in my house, and I needed to go into the basement to go do stuff. I think it was my grandma and wanted to move some heavy stuff, so I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. So I go into the basement, it's like cold, I had on a sweater, I was pretty much fine, you know, with all the moving too. We had to move like all these heavy boxes, and we were going through some of them, like, oh, is it good to keep? Do we throw it out? And we were going through the old boxes and stuff. I'm stuck. Okay, where's your torso? What? So, dang, I'm gonna get this guy. I know I can. So anyway, so the girl that I like and I'm talking with, I mean, of course, obviously there's another one, but the girl that I'm talking with, though, I like her. Something about it, I don't know, something drives me. We started talking because she's like, oh, I think you're cute. And I was like, alright, heck yeah. And then, you know, we kind of got to know each other, and I was like, you actually are somebody that, you know, I wouldn't mind a relationship with. Worth trying. So, you know, I realized I probably should have brought, oh, I know, I can always go back. So we talked, we got to know each other, and then again, so it was cold, and I was like, ooh, it's pretty cold, and you know, outside it isn't as bad, but for some reason here it's so cold, and she was like, oh, well, you know, like, you should get a sweater, not sweater, you get a blanket and, like, cover yourself, and I'm just like, oh, well, if it's, what'd I say? I think I said if it was a blanket that smells like you, or something like that. I forgot what I said. I don't know if I said one of your blankets. I don't know. I was trying to say something like that. I think I said that. I said as long as it smells just like you, give me one. It's something. I don't know what the heck. But, that's what I said. Don't know why. And okay. Like, I just hear stuff in the background. I'm just like, what's going on? This could probably help out a bit. Oh my, hold on, I'm sorry. But you know, I tried. Right? And that's just me. I don't know. Like, that's what I did. That's what I tried to do. And you know, if it works, it works. And then, you know, there's always those situations, because I mean, there's times where we talk and I'd be like, oh, you know, like there was one time when you said like, what she asked? Oh, she was like, oh, you're this age, right? She's like, when was your birthday? And I was like, oh, January. And then she just like said like, oh, okay, well then I'll remember it and yada yada, and like gave a wink, and I was like, okay. And then there was a time, I think it was kind of shortly after that, maybe, I was talking about like how I need a haircut. We both needed a haircut. She finally got hers cut. I had mine cut first, and she was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see you when you get your haircut," and like gave a wink. So I was like, you know, something like that, something as simple as that. It's, you know, that's what you need. So for him, I always felt like, what the heck does he know? Like, what is flirting? Like, does he Google something like, oh, actually, let's look up how to flirt with a girl.
I just don't get this whole gender thing.
I don't either, Siri. I don't know. Look on the internet for how to flirt with a girl.
I found this on the web.
There we go. We're gonna go with this one from Mantelligence. Okay, so whoever this Kyle is, Kyle G, we're gonna read through your article on how to flirt with a girl and proof steps to improve your game. Okay, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm getting ads. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Is it by... Okay, so it says one of the most useful methods you can employ to get a girl is knowing how to flirt with a girl. You may know how to get... You think you may know how to get a girlfriend, but if you're not flirting, you're going to have a tougher time than normal, which is very true, and I think that's something that he wasn't doing. He's too busy... Oh, jeez, I forgot about him for a second. As you can see, his armor changed. I want that torso. Hold on. I want to focus a little bit so I can... Because I want that torso. Hold on, let's get our energy back. He hit me only once! Ugh! I'm gonna have to use the scarab one, and then... Okay, yeah. Wait, no, I can't use a scarab. I'm gonna have to give up some of my stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like he wasn't flirting. Like, he kept... what would you say? I think he would come to us, and he'd be like, oh, well, how did you get a girlfriend? Or this and that. And that was about it. Like, if you're gonna be completely honest. Like... How would you say? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have any go-to things. I can't just be like, look, I do this all the time. Girls love it. No. You gotta, you know, do stuff. You know? Like, let's say she likes a guy that it's strong and knows that, like, if something were to happen, that he's got her. When, you know, let's say, I don't know, she gets into a fight. Right? And, like, I don't know, maybe the guy comes in, like, fights the war for her, yeah, or I don't know, it just, you know, every person's just very different. So it just kind of, like, bothers when you just have someone just, well, how do you do it? It's like, oh my gosh, you're annoying. Like, I'm not trying to be rude about it, but it's like, buddy, you got to
Come back
get out of your
anytime.
comfort zone. If you think, oh, hey, look at me, I'm gonna do this. Ooh.
Do you require assistance?
I'm realizing something. My health went way up. But why is that? Is it literally because I put... Oh, I never upgraded that. Hold on. I don't have this. That's how mad I am. I can't even think of the words. I should have enough now. But like, you know, I was just thinking to myself, like, man, this guy doesn't see that he needs to flirt, and he's like, oh, but I flirt and this and that. And I like almost refuse to believe he does, because I've never seen this guy do anything. Because he's like that introverted person where it's yeah, let's switch the helmet to something like... Okay, so by putting a whole armor set, my health goes up. Okay, I'll hopefully use that to my advantage. But yeah, I'm just like, dude, you know, I don't know, it just bothered me because, like, I was able to get it during school because it was like, well, how does, you know, someone like you, an introvert, well, you know, I was always that, like, joking kind of guy. I used to, like, let my jokes, I'm not that good with jokes anymore, at least I don't think I do. But I used to be the one that would, like, tell jokes and be interested in, like, about the girl and things like that. I still am. I don't think my jokes are as good as they used to be, but, you know, I'm still interested in the person. That's why when, like, I remember, I think it was before high school, I was in a relationship with a girl, and, oh boy. I have to take his arm. In 2 hits this time. Don't worry, we're gonna get him. Oh wait, what kind of body armor is that? Not body armor, but like, what exoskeleton thing is that? It was before high school. I was in a relationship with the girl. So when I got into high school,
Nice day,
I think I went
Warren.
maybe a year with her and that. I'm not, it might have been before that, to be honest. But I was in a relationship. Thought it was going somewhere. It seemed like that one was a bit more sexualized, but we did have... Oh, look at that. That's dope. So it lights up the area. Nice. I didn't know that. So with that girl, it was always like, you know, she wanted to be more of the party animal style, and that wasn't really my thing. So she would always be like, oh, I'm so drunk, and oh, I'm gonna go smoke, and it's like, what? And I used to really hate that. And now myself, I don't smoke. We have this, I mean, it's like smoking, but it's not, because the difference between smoking, vaping, compared to using the aromatherapy that I have is, smoking and vaping, you breathe it in, and then you make sure that it's in your lungs, and then using the one that's the therapeutic kind is actually... That robot's gonna kill me. Using the therapeutic kind, it's just you inhale, it goes into your mouth, you can hold it, you only hold it in there, and then you exhale. So it's like a lot of the same, it's almost similar. It's just I'm not using it to inhale, put it into my lungs, and be like, so great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be the same, like, oh, you can get a high. What is happening? Somebody at my door? Why are you scratching my door? I wonder what that noise was. It wasn't even my dog. Well, it was my dog, but not the one in my room. It was the one outside the door. Because I kept hearing noises. I was like, is my dog, like... Because underneath my bed I have a box where I have all my comics. So I'm like, is my dog hitting the box? Like... Figure out how to block. Oh. I pressed the button. At least it's 2 hits. But, I don't know, that guy's crazy. But anyway, let's go way back. I don't want to get into that stuff.
Please
So,
remember, safety at
he's
work
making it
is our
awkward, right?
highest priority.
Because
and should be
she
yours.
liked him. Now, when this all went down, when she finally told him, because she said like she wanted to tell him, right? Because at the time we're like, oh, do we tell him? Do we just let him know? Like, hey, dude, you know, we were thinking, and she kind of like came to us and she's like, you know, I want to be the one, you know, to get it off my chest. I want to make sure that, you know, everything is the way that she wants it to be, basically. So she wants to be the one to, you know, own up to it, like, hey, this is how I feel, yada yada, blah blah blah. So she told him, and then he kind of got like upset with John and I, because it's the whole thing, like, we didn't know that. Oh, I never put the implant, just realized. It's the whole thing, like, we didn't know that she had an interest in you. Like, we barely found out ourselves. And he's like, you guys didn't tell me that? I was like, bro, we didn't even know. So, oh, yes. So, no! Oof. I want to know that move. Is that like... Okay. So that's the deal. That's what bothered me the most. Like, I'm pretty sure it bothered my other bro too, but like the fact that he just like assumed that we would know. Now we barely knew, just like him, and yet he's like, "You guys were holding out on me," you know, kind of like that ordeal. Ooh, look at that! I finally killed somebody, and I'm gonna take his Gorgon body armor, and I'm gonna run away from that guy. So, to me personally, it bothered me. It's like, how are you gonna come at me about knowing this? Like, I guess he just made the assumption, because typically whenever one of us knows something, the others know, right? Like, for example, like if I were to be like, oh, I like this girl, and then I tell everybody else except, like, let's say Joey or something. Or, no, that's not really a good example. A good example of this is when we, like, prank Joey, right? We do this also to Lenny, because John and I, we just know how to make it work somehow. I don't know why, but we always do this thing, like, we know how to make it look like we're having genuine arguments, and then we try to see what results we can get. So typically it's like, oh, I hate you for this and that and yada yada, you so bad. And then it's just like, and then like in a separate chat, like all that's in a group chat, and then like in its own separate chat where it's just me and him. It's like, okay, so we're going to the theater tomorrow, right? And he's like, yeah, I'll see you by 1:30. I'm like, all right, cool, good night. And then like the next morning we're hanging out, and or not, that wouldn't be morning, that'd be in the afternoon, but you know, you can always hang out in the morning than afternoon. But anyway, the point is, like, that's what we are. And then like, so my bro Joey would be like sometimes freaking out, like, oh my god, these guys, they're actually fighting each other or something, yada yada, oh my gosh. And then hopefully at this point he understands, like, it's fake. Because we love each other, like, you know, it's kind of that, even if, let's say, it was a genuine argument, it's just like, you gotta get it out.
You can huff and you can puff.
Okay. So that, I don't know, that was just kind of the deal, I suppose. I can't even make a 1, that's crazy. That means I need to use a weaker weapon, which will be our single rig, which I might... I mean, this is 53, I don't think we need to switch it. What's this? This is one-handed? Oh, it's an axe. Oh, I see it now. Okay, it looked kind of like the handle is where you attack. Why are people messaging me? I have... now, let me explain. Again, this is my Game of Thrones game, and I take it... Surprisingly, I'm starting to take it very seriously. But let me finish up on the chat, or the thing. So, she confesses, used to like you, yada yada. Then, for them, it was awkward to hang out. So, either John or I, or both of us, had to go together to hang out, right? Hold on one moment, please. I'm back. So it was awkward for him to hang out with her because she confessed that she liked him. Then it was awkward for her to hang out with him because he would always do this little like pressure point thing where he would like mess with your what is this? It's like on the opposite side of your weenus. Or maybe it was your weenus. I forgot which part. But he would mess with your arm and it would like since she's I don't know, more sensitive I suppose, it was like it would bother her more than it would with Bright. I just want to check in with you about the next potato too. It's the location of one of your bannermen. Who the heck are this? Alright, well, I'll respond to them later. Because we'll finish up on this video. So, he was always messing with, like, her arm. So that's why for her it was, like... Why am I getting caught? This awkward and, uncomfortable thing to, like, you know, to hang out with him and do stuff. It's because of that. It's because... Quite literally, it's just like, you're messing with my arm, I don't like that, yada yada, and it's just like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I understand, like, her view of not hanging out. Actually, we could take these back. Or should I? No, I'll be fine without it. So I understand her view, I understood his view, but then, like, I'm thinking, like, at the end of the day, if you both respect each other enough to not do anything dumb or crazy, then, you know, why don't you go ahead and still hang out? You know, it's like, are you trying to imply that you don't respect each other's opinions and ideas? Like, what's going on? So, more recently, it was kind of the.
Damn it, why don't you listen?
I didn't even know there was an audio log there.
Your power core or replace it. Otherwise, you ain't getting through that door. If you keep trying to
it was this whole thing about
capacity, security is gonna
what I think it all started when
We've come too far to get caught now.
Joey was asking if anybody wanted to go see some movie.
Don't screw it up.
No, it was before that. I think it was before that. The last one I remember before that happened was I went to go see movies. I went to go see Shazam and Pet Sematary. So then they wanted to hang out and they were asking like, oh, but does anybody want to go? And I said no because I've already went to see the movies. And they were like, my bro, I'm assuming, wanted to hang out, right? He still wants to hang out with her. But like it seemed kind of like in a way he wanted to convince me like, no, like, oh, you didn't see it, so you have to come with us. Come on, let's go see it. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't end up hanging out with her that day, which was the beginning of this new era, which was good because he wasn't hanging out with her, even though you could tell like he wanted to. And then again, kind of like not shortly, but like maybe a couple weeks, just to play it safe. After was she planned? Oh, I thought that was the thing you could pick up. It's just the light. She planned like their words, a last minute hangout, and I didn't go to that. I forgot why. I was like, I really don't feel like going. I think that was why I didn't feel like going out. So I didn't feel like going out. So I was like, no, I'm okay. Thank you though. And oh, it's 55. I thought it was just 50. So that was just my thoughts. Like, you know, it's just, I don't wanna, like, I don't wanna go out. I'm okay. And then the week after that, which I think, was that last week? No, I think it had to be the 4th. Wait, when was it? Hold on. I don't have enough light. And it sucks that I use a really thick marker to put X's on the calendar, so I can't read what they were. So, Mother's Day, when was that? Oh yeah, here we go. So, Mother's Day was on the 12th, and then the 9th was my mom's birthday. So like I said, I think I said this in the last one, since my mom was busy on the 9th and the 10th, I decided to spend time with her on the 11th, which is Saturday. So on that day, or rather, I'm going a little bit ahead, but it was actually the week, the 4th, where they were like, John and I were like, they're probably talking smack about us, and I'm just like, we probably shouldn't even care. Is they had this last minute hangout on Saturday, and it was like, what was it? It was them hanging out, and then Len made the comment, because typically Joey was the one that would be a flake, and we knew him as the flake. So she left this comment like, look, the flake showed up, or whatever, or like something like that. I want to know if we saved that in the chat, because I'm more than willing to go ahead and go back. Two days straight, nobody's talked. Let's see. You could see like my attitude change ever since I started playing the game. Whoa, what the heck? April 26th? How did we get that far back? I sent a recording that doesn't even have anything on it. Look. I'm gonna play it off. There we go. Wait. Was it this week? I can't find it. That's for sure. People are weird. But for sure right here, that's the 11th. I can't find the one on the 4th. Wait. What? I thought that was a week before. So I am getting some of my facts wrong. Okay, so I got some of my facts wrong. So that means... Wait, lying? Oh. Dumb. So... The 4th, I remember they hanged out, they had the last minute thing, and then that's when they said, like, oh, come on, guys, the one that's always flaking out is here, why aren't you guys showing up, yada, yada. Then, the 11th, again, I was spending time with my mom, so all I said was, no, you guys have fun. And then, no, I was spending time with my mom, like, what, you know, that's all. I just said like, no, it's okay. You guys have fun, because I'm not gonna just be rude. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna walk, mom. See you. You know. So I stayed home. My bro was thinking about it, like, do I want to go out? And he's like, I really don't have money. I'm just gonna pass. And I was like, all right, no problem. So he passed, and I passed. And then later on that day, I don't know why they made it act like it was something special. Well, maybe to them it's special. Now I'm thinking about it, because they went to the store and they bought these friendship bracelets. I can't make it bigger. There we go. It says friends don't lie, one hero, one quest, and then it's a yin yang thing that's supposed to connect into the other person's. So the one that she has is the one that's like rainbow colored, and then the one that he has is just all black. So I was just like, okay. I genuinely didn't care for it that much. Like, I don't know. I'm not somebody who's that crazy about a yin and a yang, and bracelets. I used to rock back in the day, but now I'm just like, I really don't care about bracelets too. My choices and things really changed. I used to like. Now I want necklaces. Ain't that weird? And so I was just like, screw it, whatever, fine. And originally I had wanted tattoos with my voice, but at this point I just might get it with John, because the other one doesn't even know. First of all, he doesn't want a small one, so he could just experience the pain and get something that's just, at least if he goes through with the pain, at least get something that's meaningful, right? Then he wants to get this dumb one of a skeleton's arm, right, from the elbow, that whole forearm, and his hand. He wants to get it exactly there. So basically, it's the bone tattoo of his forearm and his hand on top of it, which looks, don't get me wrong, like, it's pretty cool looking, but it's so dumb, because he said he's always looking over here trying to look for like a new job or something, and you know, he's self-conscious and this and that. And then I'm just thinking to myself, like, how can this guy who's so introverted and for once actually thinks about doing something, you know, cool, like, low, I don't know about cool, but, you know, something pretty crazy, and then goes for the wildest thing? Because literally his words were, I don't want anything that is loud, meaning I don't want anything that's crazy or stands out. And so I'm just like, okay. And so and even my bro Johnny was open for it. We were gonna get a cool looking Trinity knot, also known as what was it, like a triqueltra? I think that's how you say it. I forgot, to be completely honest. I don't think there actually is any L. A triquetra. There you go. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. But I wanted us to have that, and then they would be like, oh, what is that? What does that mean? And then it was supposed to be like a symbolization of like us, you know. There's like each corner of because there's 3 of us. It was supposed to be like, oh, well, there's 3 of us, we're like brothers, and they all connect, because you know, there's nobody else, you know, it's just us. And you know, everything was going good, and then out of nowhere the guy bails out. This guy bails out. The guy who wants a whole freaking tattoo of skeleton arm on his arm, he bails out on the idea of a triquetra. And we're like, what? Why? You know, what's going on? And he says, oh, because you're a guy who gets religious tattoos, so I don't want anything, like, I don't want anything religious. I'm like, bro, are you freaking kidding me? Because literally at this time, we were also, what was it? My mom's has the artist, so, you know, I should actually get her number, to be completely honest. So the thing was, like, I think she sent her the thing, and for all I know, she could have already been sketching up something, and literally it's just like, we had all this going for us, and, you know, even the artist was asking, like, oh, well, where would they like it, how big, and exactly like that, would they like something different, you know. just because she's pretty cool. I think when the only one that she didn't do it, because we had like this tattoo, the first tattoo that I had, she was like, "Oh, I drew up some different ones." And I was like, "Ooh, I like that one." And then, because the one that she drew was that the whole hook was still like whole and had like a nice tribal design to it, and the one that I originally had, it was tribal, but like in the middle the hook was split. So I did like the one where it actually was connected, and that's the one that I got. Then, back up like that. Then, the second tattoo I have is across. So literally, I do have religious tattoos, but it's like they're meaningful to me, though. It's not like I'm getting tattoos because, oh, it looks so cool, let me go get it. No. I'm getting things that actually mean something. You know, my mom has tattoos because they mean something to her. She has a tattoo of a butterfly because my uncle, which that'd be so her niece, right? Because he had a daughter, and I don't know how she died, but it was, they said it was something like she fell, and it was like really high, and I don't know. I hear mixed stories, and I think I do have a picture of her by my curtain, and you know, it's a sad moment. Like no parent should go through something like that. That's very sad. And so I'm in a religious family, not very religious. You know, you're not gonna come in and just see like a bunch of crosses, and then we're gonna always pray for everything. But we're religious. Like we do believe that like we're not. What would you say? There's religious, and then there's very religious. So we're kind of on the lesser side. I don't know, but we don't like force it on anybody. It's like, oh, like let's say we like know people that's in a different religion, or we're in a relationship with someone and it's like, oh, I actually believe in this, and we'd be like, oh, okay, cool, you do you. We're not gonna have a problem. I'm at 42. Isn't that enough for one of them recharges? I literally need one more. But yeah, so like we're very respectful. If something else, something else, we're not just gonna go ahead and force you to do anything. We're not gonna hate you for believing something else. We're cool. We're cool. But yeah, it means something to me. Ow. On my leg, I have the fish hook tattoo with the quote, or rather the verse, Matthew 4:19 on it, because growing up, right, I would say that if not like, whoa, male role models in my family, isn't that present. It's just, because I could say it, it's nothing to me, is that I grew up without a father. So, I have to give a lot of respect to my mom for that. Growing, having a son, being a single mother, and look at me now. But yeah, so I didn't have a father. So, for the most part, whenever I needed any advice or figuring things out, I would have to go to my uncle, and he's well, and he views the world a certain way, and he's the one that told me that you have to believe in God, just have faith, basically. And because if you, what would you say? Because you could do the same. You could just say science is the whole thing, but I'm more of a realist. Like, I'm not gonna put religion to everything. But I have faith. I feel like if we do die, maybe we do have souls that will either go to heaven or hell, and God is the only one that judges us. That's me, just my opinion. And bad stuff would happen to me. Like, I remember when I had my ulcer, like, it came out of nowhere, basically. Like, there was almost like no signs of, maybe if it was bigger there might have been signs earlier, but like this ulcer, it was like small and it hurt like hell. Like I would feel extremely hot, I would be sweating, and and it hurt. Like, if I don't know how to like describe, like, even if when I had the pain and they're like, can you describe it, I would be like, I don't know. It's I don't know if I was trying to say like it burns and it's sharp, and I think I was saying like, I know, like, I don't know, like if somebody had a knife and they were like cutting me, like I was trying my best to explain it, but it was really hard to explain that. Like, I do explain like, oh yeah, you know, it's got this hole in my intestine where everything is coming out of it. But that was kind of dope. And that was it was pretty hard to explain. Whoa. But it hurt a lot. I remember that. But you know, kind of through that time, it's just like, well, what gets you through? And it's just like, you know, watch a little bit of TV. You know, but everybody was, you know, it was just like, pray, you know, just hope that this is something that can heal and nothing worse. Because literally they said the worst that could happen is that I would be that person who has that bag that's attached to them on their side. And if I had that, that means basically all the dreams that I had at that time, being like a fitness trainer, being someone who wants to be in the military, someone who wanted to be a professional wrestler and learning that sort of deal.
Take care.
You know, it would have ruined everything. I wouldn't be able to do any of that. And I bet if I would have had that finishing up the rest of my years for high school, I would be a very different person. Heck, for all I know, I probably wouldn't even be doing these YouTube videos. And that's because, again, it's just because of that. And it was just, you know, it was having faith and putting it for, you know, religion and kind of that deal, you know what I'm saying? So so my uncle, again, the one I didn't have, wait, isn't this a single rig? Okay. You know, I didn't have many, you know, like in-person role models, so being able to have my uncle there to talk with, and then, you know, talking about faith, and then, you know, it's a good way, definitely, even if it's, you could feel like it's therapeutic, if anything, coming out and talking about, you know, I know I'm a bad person and this and that, and saying all the bad things that you've done, and, you know, just being like, I want to be forgiven for that. It's good stuff. It's definitely great to put your faith into something. So that was me. And, you know, when it came about, oh,
Be careful out
tattoo,
there.
or rather, it was kind of more my idea. Like, I remember, and then, like, my mom was cool enough to go through with it. I didn't think she would. But I seen somebody with a tattoo of that. Or I might have, no. I wanted a tattoo of something else, and then eventually I was narrowing things down, and that's eventually why I got a hook with the saying in Matthew 4:19, because it reminded me a lot of my uncle, who in my eyes, if you guys don't know the scripture, or at least that part of the scripture, depending which one you read, it might be 4:19, it might be 4:20, haha, but it says, who was he talking about? I think he was talking with Simon, or it might have been Paul. I forgot who was on the ocean that day. But basically, it's the whole saying of
Take care.
is it to have faith in me, and then, you know, let me just try to sum it up. So basically, they're out, just the whole story. So they're out in the ocean, can't catch fish. Excuse me. And it's been days that they haven't caught fish. They might catch a few, but not enough. Then, whoa. Then, it gets to one day, Jesus comes to that specific beach where they where they typically dock their boats, right? and then he gets in the boat, and you know, he's just questioning him, like he's trying to, you know, get him to be a disciple. I hope I said that right. Disciple. I don't know if you're supposed to say bull or full, but you know, and he's trying to get somebody who doesn't believe in God to believe in God, and the reason was just like, oh, well, why should I listen to some dude that thinks he knows stuff? And he's like, because if you have faith, you know, put your faith in God, and then good things will happen. So that's kind of why I believe, you know, that as well. Not only do I want, you know, if I die, I want to go to heaven and live in a peaceful place, a place where basically it is paradise. I want to be able to, you know, be that. You know, have good things happen to me. So, so it says, he says, just have faith in God, and then good things should happen, whatever, and yada yada. And you know, he's just very skeptical, and it's like, oh, I don't believe you. And then he says, go ahead and cast your net, right? But he's like, oh, but no fish are here. He says, go ahead and just cast it anyway. Have faith. So he goes ahead, he casts and that, and then I believe it's, I don't know if I think he like touches the water or something like that. And then next thing you know, all these fish start flopping around in the water, and you know, it's like a good day. You know, they caught all this fish, and it's just like, yes, this is so good. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, they talk about that, and he says, what is he say? He says, believe in me and have faith, and I shall make you the fisher of man. You know, and basically, in a way, that just means someone who, I would say, like, brings people to God. And that's the way that I see my uncle, is that he's that person. He's the person that's in my life. I looked up to him. He's a hardworking person. He's taught me some stuff, you know. And ooh, I just had to see how that looked. He just rips his leg off. That's awesome. So yeah, so because he's that person, he brought me into it, and I already know that if he had the chance, he would be able to go ahead and bring it up. Like if somebody was let down or something, he's not just gonna, maybe he might, but I mean, realistically, he would, you know, talk to others and just be like, you know, God,
do you require
just have faith in
assistance,
God and
Lauren?
pray. I'm gonna pray for you, and he does that. He does talk to people and like preach. He was always that person who helped out a lot in church and things like that. It was just,
Be careful out there.
he was a good guy. So that's kind of why I have this tattoo. It's meaningful to me because not only does the verse inspire me to, when I have my family, do the same kind of beliefs, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is what I believe, and you know, it's good to have faith. Can I rip his arm out? His leg was better. So that's why I got that, and then on my right side, I'm literally on my rib, I got the cross printed on me. Not even like a basic one too. It's got like curves. If you ever watched the movie The Masked Saint, based on a true story, a guy who was a pastor at a church who's trying to help out the church, and he's preaching and doing all that, and you know, he's facing his own problems, and of course obviously he gets through them, and by working and by, you know, by wrestling, he's able to raise money for the church, because he went from entertainer to what was it? I think injury, and then the injury is what led him to kind of be a preacher, and then one thing leads to another. It's pretty cool. It's good stuff. I recommend the movie. I love that. I recommend the movie. Just saying, it's a good movie. It had Rowdy Roddy Piper, one of his last movies. before he passed away. And I know Rowdy Roddy Piper was a religious person. I know he was, and I know he just wouldn't like do it for the money because he knows like he knew it was a religious film. And some people will do it, some people won't.
Welcome, Warren.
You know, typically when you watch like most religious films, like you really don't have this big cast unless it's
Happy to
people
help.
who are religious themselves. Let's see what happens if I do the right thing. I think I did this. Ooh, that was in the leg. But yeah. So I mean, so far those are my tattoos. I've gotten things that were meaningful to me, and I don't think I should have my bro judging for that. Because again, the Trinity knot, the Triquetra, it basically is, it's one of those things that you can leave up to interpretation. It's not like it specifically means something, but I was telling him, like, bro, like, if you get this tattoo, for us, it would mean, like, our brother, or our brotherhood, like, or us being, like, brothers and stuff. And he's over here saying, oh, I ain't gonna get it because it's religious. And it's like, bro, anything in other religions could be religious. Like, why do you think that the Irish, when they had the Celtic religion, they had their own version of the cross, and yet Christians have their own version of the cross? And then let's say for some reason you're like, what was it? You read the Satanic Bible or something, you know? Yeah, that in its own thing, has its own cross. Who is it? Paul? I think it was Paul. Whoa. Phone's going off and it freaked me out. I think it was Disciple Paul. Is it? It might have been. I can't remember. But his symbol is an upside down cross. So like the cross, even in Christianity, there's two different crosses, and people usually associate an upside down cross with devil. But typically, if you want to be more realistic, it's really the star and the circle. But still,
Welcome, Warren.
I'm gonna see if I can look it up. Saint Matthew. Or is it Peter? There we go, Saint Peter. So oh, wait, what? So he has two different versions? Oh, there you go. See, Saint Peter's, and his symbol is really confusing. Well, it's not really that confusing because St. Peter's is an upside down, well, originally it's an upside down cross, and then it has two keys. And then this one is just an upside down cross, no keys. And then this one's the two keys, and then it has a crown on it. And there's no cross. I mean, unless you want to say that this ribbon thing here is the cross, but St. Peter, man. Really? It says that the symbol of St. Peter, the upside down cross, is a sign of Satanism because St. Peter is literally worshipped as a god in Freemasonry. And since I don't know what that is, we could look it up. Freemasonry. Apparently I don't know how to spell what. It says the system and institution of Freemasons. Freemasons, or Freemason, a member of an institutional order established for for mutual help and fellowship, which holds elaborate secret ceremonies. Oh, so then that's where things like the Illuminati comes from. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit of sense. I thought the Illuminati was a thing invented by Marvel, and then that ended up becoming a thing, and like, it's actually the government. It's not just superheroes. You know what I'm saying? But man, oh man, we talked about a lot of random stuff. But yeah, I mean, this guy he's the flake, and I'll say that to his face. I literally do. I ain't gonna have nothing back. I never do. But let's start wrapping things up. I love this music, so I'm not gonna switch from this menu. Although I will change the audio, so you guys might be able to hear it a bit louder. That should be better. But yeah, so now I'm thinking, well, I'm hoping my next tattoo is actually going to be on my other leg. Going to be the same size, hopefully about the same design as my hook. It's going to be, since my mom always liked dolphins, like I really didn't know what I was going to get. It was always like, oh, you got to get something for your mother. Get a heart for your mother. And put mother on it. It's like, ugh, I don't know, I want something different. So I kind of wanted to do was maybe like a tribal dolphin design, kind of like my hook, or at least in somewhat almost the same ballpark, and then have on there like my mom's birthday and her name, and then she didn't have a quote or a saying other than like that Tupac intro. What song was that? If I play the song, I know what it's gonna be. Hold on. No, not albums. Is it Hail Mary? I think it's Hail Mary. Let me check it up really quick. La, 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 la. This is the one. It's Hail Mary. I was right. That intro. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. That's the only thing I know my mama by. I don't. She didn't have, like most people in my family, right? Okay, my cousins and their side of the family, but not gonna lie, because that side of my family, they're more religious, so they kind of put in more everything about it, you know what I'm saying? So they, when you go to like their Instagram or something, you'll be like, you'll see that they have so much about like not really that much really. You just go to their Instagram and in their biology in their bio they have a Bible verse, and I used to have that, but then I was just like, I have it on my leg. So I'm good, I don't need it no more. So I ended up switching it from that into, what was his name? Marshall Mathers. I don't know how you say his last name. I just know his name is Marshall. But basically Eminem. I put knock knock let the devil in from his song Venom. Because it's a good game. I mean, it's a good game. It's a good song. I love Venom. The movie was pretty good too. No, I ain't following those weirdos. I didn't realize I even got a message. Cheesesteak braid. I mean, I do like Philly cheesesteaks, but it says braid. I don't know. I'll look at that in a second. Anyway, but yeah, so I don't know. I'm thinking, since now it's Saturday, I'm thinking today, I need the light on. There we go. I'm thinking today, I don't know, I might base it on my bro. I mean, because I don't know. I kind of want to hang out, but then I kind of just want to relax, and, you know, I focus a lot on my mobile game, Game of Thrones Conquest, which I totally forgot to explain to you guys. but I play lots of Game of Thrones Conquest, so I mean, and it is the Armed Forces Day, so I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to Staff Sergeant, or he's not Staff Sergeant. Sorry, he's First Sergeant. He's First Sergeant. I don't know, but Sunday there's Game of Thrones. The newest and last episode of Game of Thrones is gonna be on Sunday. People, what was it, like 3 or 500,000, somewhere around there, of people have already signed a petition to try and get, I guess, all of season 8 remade. I will say this, it was definitely a mistake on their part for trying to make it 6 episodes when, what is it, typically like 8 or 10, like 8 episodes, and each one's like an hour long. Well, I mean, some of them are about an hour long, but still, I mean, I can't miss this. So if they were like, oh, let's hang out Sunday, I'm like, nah. John and I are gonna go watch Game of Thrones. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling they're gonna go ahead and message, but the thing is, if they do message, I have my alert off, because I used to hate when they would message a lot, and they would just go ba-ding, ba-ding, and I'd look, and I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to do that. Especially, let's say, if I was playing my Game of Thrones game, I love this game a lot now, so I want to focus more on this. So, that kind of wraps all of that up, so now you got John and I doing our Game of Thrones and having fun with each other, and then you have Len and Joey going ahead and hanging out themselves. Again, don't know if I'm going to hang out with them, if they offer, that is, because they might be smart enough, and I'm saying that sarcastically, I am saying it sarcastically, that, a lot of people were talking, but a lot of, I don't know, sarcastically, if they're smart enough, they won't message us at all. They'll just go ahead and hang out without saying anything, so, and I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that, because, again, it's gonna be Armed Forces Day. I'm gonna be here looking at stuff, reading about stuff, playing my game, and that's the thing, because I feel like I'm definitely gonna get a lot of things. I'm looking at this a lot, so I don't want it to be anything crazy. Anyway, into the game. Let's see, he's cute, lol, hello all, sorry, been out this evening, had to finish 3 projects. 3-piece with Bright. Now, Bright is this new group that came out in the game. Now, if you guys haven't played any war games, basically this is a strategy war game where you can play with friends or even other strangers from all around the world, and it does have a translation chat. So basically, if you go into a kingdom chat and you say something in Spanish, or rather somebody else says something in Spanish, and you don't speak Spanish, let's say you speak French, which they're pretty close, the game will actually go ahead and translate that for you in the kingdom chat so that you can understand what that player is saying and try to help them out. So me, I speak only English, and there's been a couple people from Russia, Korea, Italy, France, possibly Spain or Mexico, talking in the chats, and I've tried my best to help them out. And the best thing is, I don't have to go into a Google Translate to go ahead and type in what I need to say. I could just go ahead and type in what I want to say, and it will translate for them. So right now, we are House Steel. Hopefully, we'll get better. And there's a lot of other houses. I say they're houses. And if you're in the group or guild, basically I call that a house. Whoa, my stuff's falling. So, I want to know if I turn this off, will it charge? Because I wanted to watch YouTube. Typically I like to watch a little YouTube before I sleep. But if this isn't going to charge, I'm going to use my Nintendo Switch to do it. But we do have a big group. It's 80 people. Actually, it might have dropped to 60. Yes, it did drop. Right now, including myself, it's a total of 68 people. Pretty crazy. Actually, while I'm talking, this could actually go on that charger over there. So let me put this to charge, and I'll be back about the Game of Thrones game. I changed my mind. We'll just go ahead and we'll use the Nintendo Switch for tonight. But yeah, this game is pretty intense. We have people of different groups and alliances. My alliance is Steel. I am the king of it, or at least I'm trying to be the king of a lot of things. And it's going on hard. So we have this new group called Bright, which just recently joined, and this guy's asking, do we have a truce with them? This guy says, I'm not sure. He replies back with, I think they may want an alliance. Pretty true, because they answered it. I didn't say anything yet because I'm thinking about it. And then this person, Lee Murlock, I think that's how you say Murlock, it says, why do you say that? He then replies, can someone tell me how to do the Discord? They ask if any Steel was in the Kingdom chat as there was looking for Bannerman. Steel? Where? See, this is why I need, like, screenshots. This is the reason why I don't like to turn off my phone, but I need to charge it. It's by minutes, man. When did he say that? That was a half hour ago. I don't think this chat goes that far. I mean, it probably does. Nope. Dang. So it says here, they asked if any Steel members, which is my group, was in Kingdom chat as they were looking for Bannerman. Murloc is then telling them how to do the Discord, saying, download it and follow the link, then type your message into the channel you just joined. Then also follows with, don't make any alliances without King or a higher member's authority as a general rule of thumb. Of thumb? He says, okay, I've downloaded it and... Wait, is this still the same guy? Yep, werewolf. He says, okay, I downloaded it and I can't see or find anything. Keep saying I need an invite. And then lastly we got... Is this the guy from earlier? Yep. Asking about the peace, says, she wanted to know about one of our people near her. She said since we are peaceful towards them, that she'll watch out for him while he's there. So this must be this person who messaged me, named Alice of Lions. Pretty nice name. 1 million power. I mean, it's not much of a threat when you think about it. Of someone who's 1 million power, and my people are not even close to 1 million. I mean, I'm barely 438,000. Black Death is at 1 million. I take that back. He has at 1 million, so it could be him that they're worried about. I mean, this honestly is probably one of the best games I've played. The first time around wasn't that great because a lot of people were already, because we played it, kind of gave up on it, and then when we came back, the whole kingdom was run by like 2, maybe 3 groups, and that's kind of the same thing that's going on right now in this game. Is I already see that tequila crab. I just want to fight them. Here's the thing, right? So this is the groups in the game, and I'm going to explain it to you guys who's the enemy and who's not the enemy. So there's a group called Void. They're the enemy because they've caused unnecessary problems with us for, like, again, just unnecessarily, no reason. Then there's Tequila, aka the Crabs, because they were attacking us as we were growing. They would attack us and we would constantly have to move and move. And then, very recently, the leader of the Crabs comes to me trying to have an alliance, but because his people kept attacking mine, and knowing darn well that they were going to be enemies, it was a horrible debate. So basically he came in, he's like, oh, it's finally time that we gone ahead and we talked. And I was like, you know, thinking in my head, like, what the hell? Like, okay. So he's like, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And he goes, sorry about the things that occurred so far, but it's time that we look past that. So I was like, what do you come to talk about? He says, our future. And I was just like, all right, well, what does the future hold? And then he's going to say, it depends on you. I have an idea how we become something not many can mess with. And then I'm like, all right, so what's your plan, Crab? You have made lots of enemies from your past actions. And then I told him here, but he took it out of context. I said, you have people like Void and Savage who claimed so much in just a few days. I was trying to say that groups like Void and Savage have too much power. They have people who are already above like 4 million power, and it keeps on growing from there. And they've claimed their house, they've claimed my island, they've claimed everything in that area. So I was trying to imply like, hey, so they took everything, so how are we supposed to be this group that nobody can mess with? But he took it out of context. He said, we are not enemies of Savage, never talked with them. Void are good with me. I don't know where you get information. And then I'm just like, what? I don't know. But, you know, I just kept talking, and I told him, at the end of the day, we both want seats of power. There's no way for us to get them without wanting to fight them. Or rather, with... What? Oh, I said a little bit wrong. But it's the same thing. I put, there's no way for us to get what we want without fighting them. And he says, exactly, that's why I'm here. And then he took like a whole half hour, and supposedly had a meeting, when realistically that whole time he was talking to other people in the kingdom chat. So I'm like, whatever, I overlooked it. So he says, so we are willing to work out, he says, willing to work out your most worthy men coming into us. So basically he's saying, I want your people to join my alliance. They will not be under you anymore, which means if I do that, the 60 people that I have will probably be like 40, maybe 20. I don't know how much people he's going to take. So I already told him, I said, hey, my people aren't going to join your group. They aren't as forgiving as I am. And he says, that's a downfall because you're way behind on power. And I told him straight here, and I was like, yeah, we are, if only we weren't attacked by some guilds. And then he gave up. He could have easily been like, again, I'm sorry for that. But no, he said, I didn't start any of that, but I see enough. Yeah, this is why I wish people would put periods and commas and stuff. He says, I didn't start any of that, but I see. Enough said here. Today, see, I hate reading when there's no, like, periods or commas or anything. I didn't start any of that, but I see. Enough said here today. Good luck. And I told him, you should know how to rule your own people. Enjoy taking the North, Crab. And that was like a couple hours ago, surprisingly. But literally, like, this guy doesn't know how to control his people. Everybody that I have knows to do as I say. For example, my tier 2s, basically the first people that I've had come into my group, if I were to, you know, if I were gone and they came and they were like, let's say this one, Holmes, was like, oh, we should go ahead and we should start fighting the crabs. And then Lady Catalina comes in, no, we shouldn't fight the crabs, we should be fighting Void. And then maybe everybody agrees to, I don't know, destroy this one house because they're bored, right? Literally, I would be like, I'd come in and I'd be like, no, stop, don't do that. You're not supposed to, me being the leader, I could be like, no, don't do that. What you're doing is wrong, don't do that. Literally, me saying no will make everybody stop, because everybody knows, okay, this is the king. Well, besides the fact that my name is King Zabin, but still, they know, okay, this is the guy, because I'm very active with my people. I'm not going to only talk to my tier 2s or maybe some of them tier 3s. No, I talk to everybody that I possibly can. You know, this guy, Lord Lattice, he's tier 4. That's the bottom of the bottom, and still I talk with him. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Are you growing? Is anybody causing problems? Yada yada. Do you need a move? It's simple things like that. And I even have a Discord in case anybody needs to go ahead and message about anything like that. So now the introduction of this new group, Bright, trying to come in and I would just say to come in and spark up an alliance. Not bad. I think that's pretty cool. In the long run, I think it may work. Part of me thinks it may not work. It's pretty hard to say, to be completely honest. I don't know. But I don't know. It's hard being king. especially when you have a kingdom that has children. We aren't pay-to-play players, which is why a lot of people are in the millions, because they spent so much money, 20s, which at this point, if you were to make it that far, you'd have to spend about like 100 or something, almost straight off the bat, to even in like a week get to 1,000,000 power. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you actually did watch, hit that like and subscribe. Do comment down below if you want me to do a video, maybe with a voiceover or something, showing you guys the Game of Thrones conquest, some of the things that I go through, maybe some responsibilities, maybe my process. I think I might do that as its own video. We'll see if this if I could find a proper SD card for my camera, get that to work, and then use that to record these videos. It's not going to be good. I already know it. I'm going to start recording the video. I might put it on like my dresser or something, try recording and explaining off of that and just see how things go, but most likely that camera's going to be whack, so maybe record off my iPad, who knows. Anyway, again, thank you guys for watching. If you watch, hit like, subscribe. As always, hit like and subscribe. I don't know, what else do I say? Subscribe to my other channels, the Zabin Project, where I do put up edited videos, mostly on like gameplay and such. And then you can go ahead and check out the Zabin Hotspot, where I do go ahead and I upload videos. Hopefully soon I'll be uploading videos based on political ideas, movies, TV, basically anything and everything that we can talk about. We'll go ahead and we will go ahead and talk about it in that video. So anyway, check them out. So far, no video yet for the Zabin Hotspot, although I think we will eventually at some point be bringing up a video for that. It may be recorded, or at least a pre-recording of it, aired live onto here, which hopefully, if I'm doing it all right, it will be a privated video, so nobody should be able to see it when it's up. And then after it's said and done, I will extract that video from here, put it onto something better and easier, cut out all breaks if I have any, and then figure stuff out from that point on. It's a whole it's a whole system, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to make it work with what we got. So anyway, again, thank you for watching, and as always, healthy stay healthy. Ooh.